Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to you. We're looking at a game I first played on the ZX Spectrum many moons ago. This one is Hungry Horace on the Commodore 64. Published by Melbourne House in 1983. Horace is one of my favourite characters of all time, so it'll be interesting to see how he fares in the Commodore 64 world. This is basically a Pac-Man clone as it goes into demo mode, where you must get all the dots over interconnecting mazes and avoid the park warden. So there's a park warden in brown there, I'm that purple fellow, the hero, which is Horace. It's quite a bright background this, it's a very bright white. It moves a little bit more floaty than the Spectrum version. Man, cool, he come at me like a homing missile. The Spectrum wardens aren't so precise. Now, unlike normal Pac-Man, you don't have to collect all the dots before you go to the next maze. You might see those two arrows there pointing in one direction. If we hit that, let's get round this fella, we can get to the next one. But we can't go back to this maze though, we have to go right round in a sort of circle. I think there's like 4 mazes. There's a bell there, but I can get to it, which I can't, which works a bit like the power pill in Pac-Man. Now, I'm preferring the Spectrum version, although this isn't too bad. Unlike the Spectrum version though, this one does come with a level editor, which improves the longevity of the game. Oh man, a great deal, he says as he tries to resist swearing. But early 80s, 1983, it's a good conversion from the Spectrum version. You know, it's alright. I'm interested to see how Horace goes skiing and Horace and the Spiders play, if indeed they have been converted, which I'm sure they will be. Right, now these wardens, there's one here, but another one could turn up at any second, and get the power pill, it turns into that man. Right, this is one of those games that never ends. Once you collect all the pills, it just starts. Right, next, level 2. Beep, 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 beep. Hungry Horace. Yes, a bit of a different story, or title I should say. Passes 4, that's my lives. High score is 1020. Let's see if we can beat that. So I'm getting gradually better and better, but from screenshots it looks very similar to the Spectrum version. We're in 8-bit wonderland. There wasn't too many games to choose from back in this sort of era, but here we are. I don't think this is regarded as a classic Commodore 64 game. It certainly wasn't mentioned to anyone. Well, no one mentioned it to me as one of the games I should review. I thought I would drop it in. Hooray! I like to give you a bit of a mixture here. Namco didn't sue. If they were Nintendo, I'm sure they would have done. Yes. You've got to have some common sense, haven't you really? All games are influenced by other games. Let's not stem the creativity. Now, there is quite an active homebrew scene when it comes to Horace on the Spectrum, lots and lots. Because I'm just still finding out about the Commodore 64, I don't know how active the homebrew scene is. With the Commodore 64 Mini perhaps it might get more active if it isn't already, but I need to do some more research there. Once you get the warden on your tail, it's quite criminal to try and avoid him. Right, there are 4 different mazes. Let's go to the next one. Here we go. Now this one is really cruel because it's hard to get up the middle bit without a warden blocking your way. And it is a bit random whether you do good or not. Look, here we go. So I can't get round here. With 2 wardens, impossible. So the idea is you get in this corner here, you play a bit of round the bend, and then that gives you a chance to try and get away. But of course, there's another warden here which... Oh no, come on! Which has rendered it impossible. Oh man, I had no chance there. Right. As long as it stays to 1 warden here, you've got a chance. But this is, I think this level's programmed by a sadist. But there is a level editor here, as I say. So if you want to muck about with that for some time, you can. Right, here we go. Now, here's a chance. Let's go around here a few times. Now, I'm a lot slower because I've got to go up and across with the joystick. Yeah. You need a big gap to outrun this fellow. I don't know why the park wardens are after Horace, but this is where his adventures start. Other games were a bit better, so there's not much to this really. It's a bit one-dimensional. So the first game is a Pac-Man clone. The second one really is a Frogger clone. Horace goes skiing when he has to cross the road to a certain extent, and then he's going skiing, like ski slalom. And the third one is like a, once you get to it, like a Panic clone, going up and down and stamping on stuff. Oh no, this bit's impossible without some sort of crazy cheat, and that's me gone again. Yeah, We'll have another go. This is a little bit addictive. I'm having to blink a lot here. I'm not sure how it's looking on your screens, but the white background here is playing havoc with my eyeballs. I need to wear some dark glasses, I think. Hopefully it's not as bright on your TV. Perhaps you've got it, or your monitor, perhaps you've got it turned down a bit. I need to muck about with the colours, I think. I think that bell's going to start going into the birdie song in a minute. Bomb, 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 zip. Right, that's him gone. But you know, he's replaced by another. What happened there? That was a glitch. How did he get up there? Anyway, he didn't kill me, which is good. Oh, cool. Maybe they're not like home missiles. They don't tend to like that middle bit, the Wardens. Right, remember that. Boof, right, okay. So the AI is questionable here. Sometimes it goes after you, sometimes it don't. Right, we've got all there. Maze 2. You see that warp bit through the middle there running vertically. We can go from one side of the map to the other, but it's not instantaneous. What's this? Where have we gone? There we are. Ah, what? They just generated a Warden at the wrong point. How many games have we seen that happen? Well, none, Nick. Come on, Horace. Other homebrews on the spectrum you might want to check out are Horace in the Mystic Woods, Horace Goes to the Tower, Horace Minor 1 and 2, Horace the Rescue 1 and 2, Merry Christmas from Horace, or Happy Christmas from Horace. I think it's Merry Christmas from Horace. And they just go on and on and on, really. This guy is sensational. I wish he'd have a PS4 or Xbox One comeback, to be honest with you. Right, keep going. There has been a PC remake of Horace Goes Skiing, which I've been made aware of from a subscriber, so thank you. And made me aware on Facebook, which is always a good. So we might have a look at that at some point. Alien 8 as well, I've been told to have a look at as a remake. Another one on the list. We'll gradually go through them, I'm sure, as I die really quickly. Horace, you fool. Nothing's more dangerous than that road he has to cross in skiing. No money, no ski. Right, come on. Let's try and get to the fourth stage, or the fourth maze. If I don't get to the fourth maze, I'll probably let it run in demo mode for a bit, just to show you it, just so I can show you all of the game. Press Control key for edit mode. We won't be doing that, but as you can imagine, you just move bits of the maze around, and then you save it to tape if you want to, or disc if you're that advanced. Right, magenta. Well, it was magenta on the Spectrum. I don't know what this colour's called. They just call it purple on the 64, do they? Right, let's play with him. Don't follow me. Right, if you go in the internal bits, they're less likely to follow you in those bits. Oh, now there's two of them. And they're moving way too fast. There we go. Cool, got away with that. Don't know why the other guy disappeared. Look, that must be a shortcut. Is that a glitch or a shortcut? I don't remember that from before. Bib, 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 bib. Horace Minor, the homebrew, borrows a lot of the graphics from this Hungry Horace. That's on the Spectrum again. Steve Broad did those. I don't think he did them on the 64 as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's always someone out there that can try and convert anything from anything else. Diddly diddly did. So sparse sounds, just like the original. I quite like this one, but it's not one to spend hours on. It's good just to dip into every now and again briefly as a little bit of history if you're a Horace fan. Yeah, definitely a museum piece this, isn't it, really? You want to look at the history of computers and early games, might be a good idea to put this one on the list as well. Basic early computing, 8-bit. 1983. Oh, have we done this now? Right, okay, now I'm losing time every time I do this up-down bit. Oh, come on, give us a chance. I'm not going to do this. Yeah, see? The Wardens move too quick to get this bit done. I think this version's a little, ever so slightly flawed. Yeah, unless that bell was down here, they could probably get that. Yeah, or perhaps the idea is just to get the bell from the previous maze, then come into this one and get that guy early. But they tend to start or generate at the top of the map. I mean, how are you going to get up there? So this is maze 3 of 4, I believe. Well, there might be 5, I'm not sure. But we'll soon see when it goes to demo mode. Impossible. Impossible. One life left. Can I get up here? You can't go back the way you came, as I say. Those 2 red arrows don't let you. You just have to keep going right round and round in a great big loop. Right. We need to get maximum time from this fella. Right, okay. Right, do we got a bigger gap than last time? See that gap closing down gradually. Again, I'm not going to do it. Too quick. Oh, look. I don't know how you go about doing that. If you have done that, then let me know what is the secret. Hungry Horace? He's always hungry. But this is the only game I recall him actually eating stuff, I think. It's written by Beam Software, published by Melbourne House, written by Greg Barrett, that says. So well done to him. Well done, Greg. Right, let's just wait, and it should go into demo mode. Right, so there's stage 1, which I completed without too much problem. Right, as soon as he dies, it goes to the next one. Right, there's stage 2, which is a little bit glitchy. There we go. Demo mode. Is it going to go to stage 3? Please, please, please. I think he has to die before it goes to the next stage. Oh, God. Curse you, demo mode. Come on, Walden. Get out. Walden. Come down here, Walden. Maybe this demo mode is just going to end. Right, there we go. And now this is the maze I couldn't get off in this review, at least. In the Spectrum version, I did it. But yeah, it just generates Waldens at the wrong time. This once you got 3 on your tower in a maze like this, it's pretty difficult. It's impossible. Oh look, and now Horace has got to die before it demo modes into the next stage. And with the 2 being miles apart from each other, maybe we should do a... Oh, there's another one. There we go. As that guy saves the day. Get him. Never have I cheered for Horace to die. Oh, they're playing this game. Yay! Death to Horace. Right, next. Yeah, there we go. So this maze is slightly easier because it's all open plan. He's got him now, right. Well, I think that's it. That's all 4 mazes. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Well, I hope you liked having a look at that one. That was Hungry Horace on the Commodore 64. Quite a basic game, but I love it for retro sense. Prefer it on the Spectrum just. Published by Melbourne House in 1983. Got any comments about this one, then please put them below. Please subscribe if you haven't already. If you'd like to support the channel, it's patreon.com/njenkin. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.